Also today, is it a controversial contribution or an unfair critique? One San Antonio high school tries to set the record straight.
This after a photo of a certain donor sparked outrage online. Eyewitness News reporter Adi Guajardo explains.
This banner hanging in front of the Judson High School cafeteria is sparking debate among those who see it. It reads, "Proud grant recipient thanks to the NRA. Supporting the shooting sport since 1992. The slogan sparked a frenzy on Twitter after a user posted a picture of the banner saying, quote, "The NRA wants to teach freedom of guns in schools." Others chimed in. Someone changed the title to correctly state, "Supporting the mass shooting of our children since 1992. Some defended the banner, saying people should not fear gun safety.
Look at our overall
A spokesperson with the school district says the banner represents a $7,500 NRA grant the school received in the 2017-2018 school year. Judson ISD used the money for a shooting range for students to practice with pellet guns.
This particular ROTC program did not have this kind of a facility before that.
Steve Linscomb says ROTC is all volunteer-based and requires parental consent to participate.
Where the weapons are arrested, the reloads right here, 30-foot range, the targets, the backdrops, all of that basically is the result of the funding.
He defends the banner some call disgusting, saying it's been hanging up since February.
It is not disgusting. It is a way of being able to help our students that are in our ROTC program and who many of which will be serving our country later on.
He highlighted the safety measures taken to keep the entire student body safe. Adi Guajardo, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.